Hey, this is Daniel from Adorama Pro. This week on set we went through audio for interviews. We're going to run through some sound checks so you can see what different microphones do. We'll start off with the one that everybody has, which is the built-in mic in your DSLR. Okay, so right now I've got a D300S pointed at me. I'm just using the microphone that's built into it. It's kind of an omnidirectional kind of sound, so you're going to get a lot of environmental noise. It's not going to be really bassy and crisp on my voice. This is really used just to sync up sound later on. This would be a last resort to use this microphone as your main microphone. In a similar kind of fashion, but a much better microphone would be to use the microphones that are built into the Zoom H6 down here. So this microphone here is a stereo microphone. It's going to have a wider spread of sound pickup, so kind of like the one built into the camera, but the microphones themselves are of a higher quality, so you're going to get a better sound. Also, you can put it closer to your subject because you're not restricted by whatever lens you have on the camera. So this is now only about 1.5 feet, 2 foot from me versus 4 feet, so we should be getting a little bit better sound. But I'm sure also we're picking up a lot of sound behind me. I know there's people talking, and so that's going to give you more environmental sound. This kind of microphone is okay if you're in a really, really quiet environment and it's the only thing you have. Or if you're just doing audio interviews, you can kind of put it closer to the person. I wouldn't mount this, let's say, on your camera like a shotgun. It's going to be much too wide of a throw for that. Speaking of camera-mounted shotgun mics, we have on top of our camera, we have the LensHopper from Shure, which is an on-camera shotgun mic. It's a small mic mounted on top of the camera. It's about 4 feet away from me. Again, it's directional, so I'm going to get a lot less of the environmental noise with this mic. It's going to be a much better mic for picking up my voice versus what's around me. It's great if you just can't have a microphone attached to the person, or you can't set up a boom mic. It's, again, not perfect. It's not ideal. It's kind of a backup for a lot of people. It wouldn't be your primary microphone. A proper shotgun microphone put on a boom stand or having somebody hold it would be a better option. So like over here above my head, I have a RODE NTG-2, which is on a boom stand. This is the proper way to put a microphone for an interview. It's really close to my face. It's just out of shot, maybe 1 foot away, so I'm going to get nice clean sound from it. And you'll notice that with the sound from this microphone, my voice is much more separated from the environment. I've got more bass to my voice. It's warmer. It's a nicer sound. You do have to kind of make sure that your subject isn't going to keep moving closer to it or further away, because it will change your levels, or if they come off to the side, it's going to mess with it a little bit. But if they stay relatively close, you can have it on a boom stand like this, or obviously if you had somebody holding it, they can move around with your subject. So the final microphone that we're going to show now is a lavalier microphone. This would be my preference for interviews. The microphone itself is attached to the person. I have a Sennheiser Wireless Lav on me right now. My sound is going to stay consistent through the whole process. So even when I'm moving around, as long as I don't put my face really far to one side, I'm going to keep a pretty consistent sound. I'm looking at the camera, the microphone's in one spot, everything's good, and it sounds nice and clear. I'm going to cut out most of my background noise with this microphone. So again, this would be my preference for an interview. A wireless microphone is great, so you don't have cords running all over the place, but at a lesser cost, you could do a wired microphone. Wireless lavaliers like I'm using here, there's a Sennheiser kit. They can be kind of expensive, so maybe if you're just starting, you don't have the budget for it. One kind of inexpensive workaround is to get a wired lavalier like this one from Audio-Technica. You see all my wires here. This little lavalier mic is about $20. You can plug it directly into a mini phone jack, let's say on the Zoom, or in this case, on this little Sony recorder. Hope I put it in the right jack. You put it into the microphone jack, you clip it on your subject, you can have them put it in their pocket. Now you've got effectively a wireless system where the person can walk around, you're not connected to the camera, you get good lavalier type sound from it. Then later on you pop your memory card out and you just sync up your audio in your editing software. So that's kind of an overview of microphones and techniques for interviews. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below or send me an email.